Good afternoon, everyone. It's good to see everyone. Actually, it's still a little bit in the morning sign. I don't know if you can hear me okay or not. I'm a little concerned right now. I'm in my truck, and I don't know if my truck, I haven't changed my air filter, so I don't know if maybe COVID-19 got caught in my filter. Okay, I'm just kidding. Let's take that off. All right, that was my attempt at a little bit of humor. That's my segue into my two stories I would like to tell today. So one is the quicker story, and the second one's a little bit longer. So I ran into a gentleman. I'm okay. We're both okay when we ran into each other. All right, I'm a dad, and that was a dad joke. All right, so I'm talking to a gentleman in the Cumberland Farms one day. I gave him a fist bump. I say, "Hey, way to go! You're not wearing a mask." And I try to give fist bumps to anybody, not wearing a mask. Not like in a non-responsible way. Like, you're in the middle of nowhere, nobody's wearing a mask. Calm down, relax with the mask. So he tells me, he goes, "Yeah, this whole thing is crazy." I'm like, "Yeah, I believe that it's a part hoax and part real, and it's hard to explain that to people because it's real. Now we can argue whether it's a manufactured virus or anything like that, but we all knew it was fishy right from the get-go. It was just nothing added up right from the beginning." And you can blame Republicans or Democrats, whatever you want to do. That's fine. That's your prerogative. So I spoke to him, and he goes, "Yeah, my wife got COVID-19 9 weeks ago." And I'm like, "Oh, wow." I'm like, "Okay. How are things?" And he said to me, "Fine. She got over it rather quickly. Within a week or so, I think he said, she was fine." I'm like, "Holy cow." And this is what he said to me that I thought was really, really interesting. He did not social distance. Neither did his children. None of them caught COVID-19. So they were next to her the whole time. None of them got it. Ain't that something? And you could say, what an irresponsible man this is. Really? They got tested. They're fine. Not a single symptom. Now, some doctors will tell you, "Oh, you'd find the symptoms right away if that person is sick and they've caught it, and then they'll get it within a couple of weeks." Some say months. Nobody seems to know. But right now, he's fine. They're not worried about it. Second story. So I'm speaking to someone, and her parents had gone down to, her parents' friends, I apologize, had gone down to one of the local offices, and I'm in Connecticut. Well, I don't know where it was, urgent care. I didn't ask what facility, but they went down, they filled out the paperwork, and they were there for a couple of hours, and they were done. They didn't want to be there anymore. So they just handed the paperwork and they left. They didn't want to wait anymore to do the testing, which I thought was kind of weird. You've already been there a couple hours. You might as well stay at that point. But they were getting sick of it because they said they would be taken shortly, and it wasn't shortly, so they were done. Kind of like when you go to the doctor, you're like, "I'm out." So they got a call a few days later saying that their test results came back and they're positive. Imagine their surprise because they didn't even have the test taken. So they didn't have the test taken. Interesting. Now, I got another story. Third story. Now, this is not, by the way, I'm not trying to say that COVID-19 is not real and people aren't dying. Not at all. I'm not saying no one's died from it. People die from a lot of things. The flu, suicide, gunshots, homicide. None of those matter, of course, to the political arena right now, just the COVID-19. So, here's my problem. This next one, she went in for a test. She was very concerned. Sent her kids away because she thought she had the symptoms. Sent her kids away to family members for 2 weeks. She self-quarantined herself. She's responsible. She got the test results back. Inconclusive. First, I skipped a part. First, they didn't know where her test results were. Then they found them in Illinois, apparently. I'm in Connecticut, but they found the test results in Illinois. All right. And inconclusive. Come back and do another one. So that's 2 testings now. See how the numbers are played with? See how people's lives are messed with? Those are just 3 situations in this state that I know of. Just my own personal interaction with these people. So, how many others are there out there? be aware of the fact that people are dying of COVID-19. Absolutely. People are dying of a lot of things. But understand, you are being controlled. You are being manipulated. You are being indoctrinated, and you are being brainwashed. Understand what is real and understand what is not. I appreciate your time as always. And on that, I'll say God bless. I love you. Be safe. Be aware. And tell someone you care.